Hi, welcome to Wood.Work.LIFE. My name is Rick, and today we're building a coffee cup holder using simple panel joints and a little edge detail for some visual interest. You could build this with hand tools or power tools, it's really your choice, but it's a good skill building exercise either way. It's a quick and easy gift idea for the holidays and to help you work on some of your skills. I also want to let you know about the GluBot giveaway that we have going on our website, Wood.Work.LIFE.com. So check out our website and enter the giveaway. There's also a link below in the description. A special thanks to FastCap for helping out with this contest. It's going on through March, so check it out. Now without further ado, let's get it on. So I started by breaking my board down into more manageable pieces. I like to rough cut it at the miter saw before I take it through the jointer and planer. It just makes it a little bit safer. I set a stop block so I could have repetitive cuts. You'll want to cut the boards a little bit longer than you want them to be in the finished product, because it's very rare that you'll get a panel joint so tight that you won't have to trim off some to get a square panel. Next, I took it over the jointer. I jointed one face and one edge. From the jointer, I went to the table saw. You take that freshly jointed edge and pin it against the fence, and that way you can make sure the opposite edge is parallel. This is very important for getting a good panel joint. After I had the three faces square and parallel, I took it over to the planer to get that last face cleaned up. When you're working on a panel glue up like this, you want to make sure that you have your grains just the way you want them. So like for me, I'm looking for as much of the spalting from the sycamore as I can find. Try to match up whatever you can. Just try to hide your glue lines, and also just to bring out the most in your stock. I like the way that the sap detail is in here. Kind of looks like it all came from one tree. And then these straight grain sections should hide each other. Alright, do a little fine tuning on these joints, put in some biscuits, and we'll be ready to go. Alright, we'll set up for the biscuits now. I think 3 biscuits should be fine. I'm really just trying to get it so they line up the surfaces evenly. Simplify my glue up. Once you get your biscuits marked off, it's important to put yourself a reference mark like this V I put on here. That'll help you line things up later. The only thing really important with the biscuit joiner is to make sure your fence is square. This will help you line up your biscuit joints later. Other than that, just line up your center line with the center line you marked before, and go ahead and cut your biscuits. Are you going to help me out with this glue up?
Affirmative, Dave. I read you.
Who the hell is Dave? Can you help me put this panel together?
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What? What do you mean?
I think you know what the problem is just as well as I do.
Glue bottle, not glue robot? That makes way more sense. So enough with the tomfoolery. It's time to get this panel joint together. I want to show you a couple of the quick features on the GluBot here. You can cut the initial tip to give you whatever kind of flow rate you want out of it. It's a little bit easier to squeeze than a normal glue bottle, plus the reservoir is huge, and it only exposes a little bit of glue at a time to air. You can also twist off this tip. It has this narrow panel sort of jointing tip. The little fingers on the edge of the tip make sure that you put the glue right down the middle of the board. It's nice when you want to minimize squeeze out for delicate joints or if you're using thin stock. In this case, my stock was a little bit too thick. But you get the idea. Continuing the glue up, you want to make sure you get glue in all of the biscuit joints and a nice healthy bead along the edge of the board. You want to get plenty of squeeze out. You can always clean that up later, but the glue will help you hide some of your joints. I always tap the biscuits in because I've gotten a couple that have been malformed a little bit and messed up some joints at the wrong time in a glue up. These biscuits don't actually add any strength to the joint, but they are nice in aligning your boards when you're putting it together. This is where those marks we put on the board earlier really help out. You don't want to get your board flipped over or going the wrong way. I probably could have gotten away without the biscuits in this joint, but the wider the panel, the more important they are. I tried to do this build with common tools, and I don't currently have a router table. An easy way to extend your base of your router a little bit so you can do complex edging like this is to add a straight edge to your board that you can write against to widen up the stock you're working on. In this case I was using the slot bit, and I got minimal chatter out of it by using the wider board. It's not the safest way to use this, but it's safe enough as long as you go slow and are extra careful. Ideally, you would do this on a router table or with the hand plane. I took a 1/8 inch chisel, which is the same size as the router bit, just to clean up and square off the corners. That way you get a nice clean look. And after that, I took a roundover bit, just to put a nice little 1/2 inch roundover on the edge of the boards. Be careful to make sure you're going the right way with the grain, and don't be afraid to back cut the corners. No matter how sharp your router bit is, you're going to have to do some sanding afterwards. Lots of sanding. I finally busted out my orbital just to clean up the rest of the panel. Took it through all the grits, 60, 80, 120, and 220. And then I drilled some holes, pre-drilled some holes for the hooks. Looking back on it, I wish I would have put these a little further apart. After I got all my surface prep done, it was time for a finish. For a finish, I used BLO mixed with some polyurethane. The BLO was used to pop the grain pattern in the sycamore. Then the polyurethane, although I don't love it, is good for protecting against water. And since there might be some slightly damp coffee cups hung up on here right out of the dishwasher, I figured it'd be nice to protect. I didn't put many coats on because I figured I could always sand it down and add a new coat of finish if I wanted to. I really love the way the spalting of the sycamore came out with the BLO. I use 1-inch bronze effect hooks. They're actually called coffee cup hooks. Looking back on it, with some of our awkward coffee cups, I should have used 1.5 inches instead of 1 inch. There's the final product. Time to bring it inside and load it down. So there you have it. Simple coffee cup holder. I didn't want the panel to take up too much room on the wall, so I spaced the cups a little closer together. But if you wanted the cups to hang a little more freely, try 1.5" hooks instead of these inch hooks, and space them out a little bit further apart. Again, make sure you check out the website at the link below to enter the GluBot giveaway. And please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Remember to keep your tools sharp and your mind even sharper.
This conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Goodbye.